Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I think am I audible? So you can use the chat box to say if I am audible or not. Okay, I will be starting this session soon. So I need everyone to be very attentive, and I hope that everyone has already followed the instructions that I have given to you just to create your MATLAB online account. This is something which is really essential for everyone us to be in the same page. So please write down a message in the chat box stating that if I am audible or not. Okay, I believe I'm audible to everyone. So I will start this session. I'll put this session in the recording mode so that whenever there will be any uses, so you can actually go back and see the recording. Okay. Yeah. So thank you all of you being joining in this meeting. This is one of the most important topic for all the engineers around everywhere because MATLAB is quite essential for many a reason. Okay, so what we'll do, I'll just start with a very brief introduction to MATLAB. I'll be showing you few of the examples like how you can use the MATLAB. Moreover, I'll also be letting you know that why MATLAB is one of the essential language and why as an engineer you should learn it. Okay, so before that, let me first share my screen. I think just a moment, just wait for a moment. I'll be sharing my screen, my entire. So I think this is visible to everyone, I believe. So just let me know if it is visible or not. Hmm. So yeah, I believe this is visible to everyone. So let me give you a brief introduction that about me a little bit, and then we'll start. Okay, so this is a breeze or mandatory course on introduction to MATLAB and Simulink. The very best thing about your institution is that they have already been a license. Okay, it's a license already been brought, and you can see that I have already instructed you to follow few of the patterns. Okay, like you should use your email ID, given email ID, BIT Bhopal email ID to log in. Other than that, if you log in with any other email ID, you may not able to create your online account. Okay, so this is the first class, and we'll be continuing for 6 different classes. So the first class will be on your introduction to MATLAB. Okay, so if you have any queries or anything, I hope I'll try to clear everything up in during the class. if you have still any queries, you can actually write an email to me. Okay. So I am Dr. Susant Kumar Panigrahi. I am an assistant professor here at in the department or in the School of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. I have completed both my masters and PhD from NIT Rourkela. Okay. So I basically belongs to image processing and computer vision group. Okay. So if you have any of the queries, you can actually ask me. Okay. So please send your details or send your means queries in the chat box if you have any queries. Okay. And I want everyone to please mute their mic. Okay. And don't, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. There is a chat box. I think all of you can see the chat box, so please write down your messages. And sometime I may not be able to answer you at this moment, but then I'll definitely going to means reply you back. If you have any queries, you can also mail me. This is going to be a long 6-7 days. I believe there will be a lot of means what you call, a lot of you can actually see that this is an ongoing process and you can actually learn a lot. Okay. So yeah, so my email ID is over here. You can see it. Okay. And one particular thing I can actually ask you, because this is a live stream and online mode, you can record your record all these things. Okay. In computer, so that it is going to be really useful for you to work on in future. Okay. Yeah. So if you see that I have actually told you to go through this MATLAB online. Okay. This is the link I have already shared with you. I think hopefully madam has already been given to you. Click on this link and go to MATLAB online. Okay, I'll just share it again. Okay, because see what happened, there are there are so many people who have actually recently joined or something kind of this. Okay, so this is the link. Okay, so in this link you can actually follow this link, and using this link you can actually create your own MATLAB account. Now I am not asking you to install it, because this is actually going to take around 100 GB and you require to download it a lot of files. So uh, but everything you can see it in the online MATLAB. Okay, so in online MATLAB, if you have a stable internet connection, then you can actually work all the things that you can work in a local computer. I have my own MATLAB, but I'll not be using it. I'll be using the online MATLAB. Okay, got it? Yes. So very basic question. So I think you can follow all this. I believe that all of you have gone through this and you have actually created your own MATLAB account. Just for my sake, okay, because this is starting, I just want to know that all of us are in the same page. Okay, I'll not waste my time. I'll directly dive into the programming session, because other things you can find it in Google. Okay, no problem. Just let me know that how many of, means all of you, I think maybe you have gone through this link and you have created your own account. Just write down a yes, so that I'll be knowing that you have already been gone through that. Yes, 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 yes. Good, 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 good. I can see a lot of yeses. Okay. So I believe that everyone has gone through that. Okay. So what you can do is that once you have created your account, okay, once you have created your account, okay, you can actually come over here. You can actually come over here. Okay, I am in a actually what do you call it? So you can write down MATLAB online. Okay, you can write down MATLAB online. You come over here, click here. Okay, whatever the first is been coming to you, just click over here. Okay, once you clicking it, so your MATLAB will open here. You can click here. Okay, so your MATLAB will open like this. Okay, here what you can do, you can actually, there is something written here. I think open MATLAB online. I think all of you can see it here. So open MATLAB online. MATLAB online. Please mute yourself if you have. I'll not be taking any audio queries. You can write down in your chat. Please mute everyone. Okay. So click here. Open MATLAB. As I said, please mute yourself. There will be no audio queries. You write down whatever your queries in the chat box. Okay. Click on MATLAB online. Once you click on this MATLAB online, okay, you will be coming up with this kind of thing. Okay. See, there is something called install MATLAB. You don't need it. Please don't do it right now. So click on open MATLAB online. Once you click on open MATLAB online, you can see the browser, because I have already actually opened another MATLAB in the same browser. So it is asking that, do you want to create? I don't need. Okay. So this is the MATLAB interface that you can see. I think hopefully everyone is able to see. Yes. Are you able to see this? This is um, so please write it down. Okay. If you are able to see your own MATLAB. Okay. Good. Okay. Now the basic doubt that I have actually gotten through by so many students. Okay, like you have mailed me. I have seen your mails. Okay, does it require for CSE branch? Am I belong? I am belongs to BHI like health informatics. Do I need MATLAB? Then there are people who ask like I belongs to mechanical. Do I need a MATLAB? Okay, I'll tell you for MATLAB is used by in 2020. This is the statistics up to 2020 that there are more than 4 millions of people who are around the world have been using, and most of them are actually belongs to what do you call computer science, electrical, mechanical engineering. Okay, got it. So in this aspect, MATLAB is a general computing language. Okay, I think most of you right now will be learning programming using Python. Okay, so Python, so many of the like you can see there is a if you might know or you will be in future you'll know there is a something called NumPy. Okay, NumPy is totally is a library which has been motivated by MATLAB actually. So see, MATLAB is a licensed software, so many of you cannot afford to buy that. So that is why most of the people around the world right now are not using, but they are using what do you call OpenCV. Okay, sorry, they are using what you called Python. Okay, so on various library of Python. So okay, got it. So if there is a engineering, so the MATLAB is generally used by engineering people. There is means mathematicians and there is economists. So these are all the people around the world MATLAB has been used. Okay, I personally I am actually using MATLAB for last 12 13 years. Okay, so in a sense MATLAB is something which is required mostly for developing your like if you have a small project or something that you want to do. Okay, in any project, if you want to do like AI related project or your computer vision related project or image processing project. Okay, all these projects you can actually do it using MATLAB, and MATLAB is very user friendly compared to means Python. I can say MATLAB is far more user friendly because you can track your errors very quickly and you can resolve your error very quickly. The only one thing that MATLAB being stand out compared to other means what you called different languages is that the error analysis, and the next important thing that all the variables are actually been represented in matrix format. Okay, so if it is in matrix format, you can see the variable, visualize it, and you can easily what you can do, you can easily actually analyze it. Okay, and if there is a debugging is one of the beautiful things that you can do it in MATLAB. Okay, that debugging and the variable which has been represented only in one format. Okay, in a if I can say. Okay, there are other format, but then mostly in intricate detail, if you can see, everything is in matrix format. So that is why it's very easy to analyze. Okay, so that's why MATLAB has huge demand. Okay, and you are privileged enough that our university already been taken the license for all of you. Okay, so that's why you can use it properly. Okay, and you can learn a lot. Okay, I'll just start with a very basic. Okay, I'll just show you one. I think this is visible to everyone. Okay, is my screen visible to everyone? I am this MATLAB already. I have opened a
Yes, sir.
particular program just for thing. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so yeah, please don't say yes right now because this has been a live stream, so there are other people who might get distracted. You just write down yes sir, okay, on the chat box. Don't give any audio response. Okay, thank you. So see, this is the MATLAB interface that you can see. Okay, I'll just give you a brief introduction. Before I give you a brief introduction, I'll just show you how powerful it is. Okay, in a sense, I'll do a simple image processing task where my job is to find out the edges. Okay, so you can see the image is having edge. Okay, so these edge, I just started with a very high means what you called a something which you learn in I think in second year or third year. Okay, image processing or computer vision or related that subject. Okay, there will be so many like in medical image processing will be there for BHI. Okay, so there are various subjects which you learn, and one of them definitely will be signal processing and image processing in one way and another. In all of you, definitely you are going to learn it. Okay, so I have taken a simple example of an image and I try to extracted the edges. Okay, see how beautifully the edges have been extracted in the right hand side. Okay, you can see only the edges have been highlighted. There is another way, like you can go a little step, one step beyond to find out only the edges. There are other details are also been there. We can do it, but I did just to show you that how powerful it is. This is something called image processing, which you can do, and image processing is a part of computer vision that also comes under that. Okay, got it? So you can do a lot of things. That's what I'm saying. Whatever you can do it in Python, you can do the same thing in MATLAB. Okay, I'll tell you, MATLAB is very, means it's older than Python. Okay, got it? It's like before 1960s they have started. Okay, I'll just go with a very brief introduction that what we are going to learn in this total course. I have already sent you the agenda. See, MATLAB itself is very huge, and sorry to say that I cannot means complete all the things that is been there in the MATLAB. Okay, but I will be giving you one particular thing that you, one way that you can learn is called by learning MATLAB online on MATLAB on ramp courses. Okay, this is a own paced course where you can actually learn or you can earn certificates. Now these certificates will be very useful for you in case of your placement. I'll again repeating this. MATLAB online on ramp certificate is going to be compulsory for all the students who are actually attending my classes. At the end of the day, like on 25th of August, okay, 25th of August 2023, I'll be seeing that every one of you should submit this on ramp certificate. Okay, got it? Yeah. Now I'll just show you how to get on ramp certificate. Okay, so I think my screen is visible. I'll just start over here. So you don't do anything. You just write down MATLAB. Okay. All of you right now can also search with me. Okay. If not, you just write down MATLAB on ramp. Click on it. Once you click on it, the second link that you see here, see, this is called MATLAB on ramp. It is a self-paced online course. Please, in this course, while you are registering, you mention your name properly. I'll again repeat, please mention your name properly because the certificate will be generated on the name that you have given. Okay, got it? So click on it. Once you click on it, okay, so see, there will be something called start. See, I have already started, so that's why it's saying resume course. Okay, I have already, means more than like 3% have completed. Okay, this is very basic thing. Okay, it's hardly going to take 4 to 5 hours. That is why I am telling you from the beginning. Okay, I'm telling you from the beginning so that you can actually learn it at your own pace and whenever you have time. See, for your first 2 classes or 2 days, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you because you will be learning few small things. But once you click on it, you can start the module like this. Okay, like I'll again retake it for you. Okay, just to show you. Once you click on it, so depending on your internet connection, it will going to take some time. Okay, so there, what you can do, you can actually, there will be small programs which will be written. Just fill on those blanks, which whatever you think is necessary, and then you can actually start. Okay, got it? They have a small video also over here. You can follow that one. Okay, I just don't need it right now. Then we can start the course. Okay, so you just you need to see it. Okay, because you are actually very first time you are using. So please see that one. I think they can give you a better understanding on this. See, this is the task one. Okay, you can execute the command by entering in the command window after MATLAB formed this. So here you can write down the commands. That's what we are saying. Okay, so multiply the number 3 and 5 together with the command 3 into 5. So they have already told you that what you need to do. Just you need to follow 3. You write down into 5. Okay, then press enter. Okay, so you got the final. See, they are saying it's a correct answer. So similarly, there will be like you have the 7 different tasks, and they will be telling you what would be the further task that you need to do. So please follow all these instructions properly. Read it, write the answers. If you are not seeing the answer, just find out something. Okay, I'll be covering in this whatever it has been there and beyond that. Okay, I'll be covering throughout this session. So right now you don't start. Okay, you just log in and see the things. Okay, see some videos, okay? And when I will be completing first 2 or 3 sessions, after that you can actually start. Okay. So if you have any query, you please write it down. Uh, so please do not take this. Someone has already taken this uh, thing with from me. Please do not see those who are actually a little bit privileged enough to join directly in the without in the stream directly with me as a co-host. Do not take the means what you call authority from me. It is going to create, because I can see who is been presenting. Okay, so please don't do that. It's going to create a so many problem. Okay. Uh, so here, what you can, I think all of you can see whatever I said. Yes or no about MATLAB on ramp. Please write down yes if you saw it. Everyone saw MATLAB on ramp. Okay. What I can do is that you search MATLAB on ramp. Okay. You search MATLAB on ramp. Okay. And the second link that you find out, you just follow the instructions. Okay. In that way, you can collect so many certificates. See, MATLAB has various different things that you can that can be used. Okay. Yeah. So one and most important thing about this is that it is going to be slow paced. You have some doubt, I know. Please don't see what I want is that first let me complete something, then you can, I'll give you a 10 minutes of time. Okay. I try to complete something, then I'll give you some 5 to 10 minutes. You can ask me. Okay. Got it? Um, so can I use code instead of C? MATLAB is a MATLAB itself is a environment where you can actually do many things. Okay, it's not about that you can only write down codes. You can create your own app. Okay, your own application also you can create using MATLAB. Okay, MATLAB is very powerful. So please stay and listen what I am saying, and please do not touch anything on the screen. Okay, you can write me a message. I'll see it, definitely. I'll see it. Further, if you have doubt, you can ask me in a mail. Okay, please do not take these what do you call it, sharing opportunity from me, because there are few who have joined as a co-host with me. Okay, so is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? Just say yes. Is my screen visible? Yeah. Okay, so I'll just come back to here. Okay, got it? I just tell you actually what MATLAB is capable of. MATLAB is actually is a programming or a numeric language. It's a high level language where there are millions of engineers, scientists who are actually using MATLAB for developing or analyzing data, developing their algorithm and creating models. Okay, you can have many things. You can do it for data analysis. You can use graphics, for an example, to show a animation video, or you can create your own images, your graphs, your analyzing 3D plots, 4D plots, and so many things, 2D plots, line plots. There are various plots that you can do. Okay, then also you can do it for algorithm development. Okay, generally see, I'll give you some of the examples of our faculty members who are actually also into what do you call research. Okay, so if you are into research or if you are developing a project, remember algorithm development is one of essential aspect. Okay, so you can use, I'm not saying that you cannot use like what you called you can also use something called Python also to do that. Okay, but this is going to be a little bit more user friendly, I can assure you that. Okay, and apart from that, if there is a C code, and there is one important aspect of MATLAB, that you can run a C code or a Python code from MATLAB also. Okay, that's something which is very higher level things. Okay, which I do not want to go into detail right now, or I'll not touch upon on this in this entire what do you call session. Okay, for your sake, I am saying that this is powerful, and you can use this MATLAB to means what do you call run various, like JavaScript you can run your C code, you can run also your what do you call your Python codes. Okay, there is a way by which you can do it. Okay, so basically this is what MATLAB is capable of. Okay, I believe one way or another, all of you engineering people who have been joining and listening to this what I can say a little bit of boring and interactive session, you can think that one of these tools or one of these design testing or implementation. Okay, either you can do something called design testing or implementation. Okay, something you can see it in case of your control system. Okay, or you can do something called signal processing, machine learning, which is one of the machine learning. I'll tell you what is right now: machine learning, image processing, computer vision, deep learning. These three things and robotics. These four things definitely all the engineering students at least two courses you will learn. Okay, at least 2 to 3 courses you will learn, because this all of you are in one way or another, you are in a specialization course. Okay, so specialization is derived from all these things. Okay, so deep learning and machine learning is something which is very powerful tool, and I can assure you that MATLAB is very powerful and interactive enough to do all these things. Okay, so it's just a limited thing that I have sold to you. Okay, you can find out lot more thing once you go and visit MATLAB. Okay, there are so many things that you can do, but I am just giving you a glimpse of that what you can do. Okay, got it. So basically, MATLAB have three different environment. One is called MATLAB script, where you can write down. I'll show it to you. Just don't worry. Okay, I'll just show it to everything. Okay, you can write down your codes. Okay, like line by line codes, the way you write for an example, if you know C, C++, or if you know your Python code. Okay, so similarly you can write down the script file. That's actually in terms of text, like everything will be in terms of text. Okay, otherwise you can use this part. I think this time it is not in your course, but in the last year I did put it because we got a lot more days. So this is called modeling, simulating. Okay, so what is this? Instead of writing code, you can use blocks. You get those blocks from the MATLAB and put it in the Simulink. Okay, Simulink is another environment, and in that environment you can connect all the blocks to design your own idea. Basically very important for compute for your control system and for your robotics people. This is very interacting. Like you can directly find out the motor, rotor, or any other thing directly block you can put, and you can show the input and you can see the output. Okay, your first subject will be in case of your electrical circuit. All the engineering branches will lead in that. This can be used for circuit simulation. Okay, and there is the last one called app development, where you can design your own app. Okay, in app what happen, you will be seeing there will be a graphical user interface will be there. In that graphical user interface you have some buttons. Okay, either you click it will to go next, or you can display something, or you can do like there will be something which will be on the user side, and there will be other way, there will be something for programmer side. Now programmer side will be done through .m file, like MATLAB file, and .figure file will be for user side. Okay, got it. So these are the three most important environments that you can find in MATLAB. Okay, I think everyone able to understand until now. Okay, so please just wait. The ways what I'm seeing is that most of you are actually messaging rather than listening. Okay, so just listen properly. Okay, and in that way you can learn. Okay, and please don't means what do you call, be a little bit professional. Okay, you are in a professional course, be a little bit professional. Okay, got it. Yes. So uh, very basic thing, MATLAB stands for matrix laboratory, because everything here, all the variables, I'll show it to you, don't worry, all the variables will be stored in matrix format. Okay, I think you can see there are two people who are actually in the display. Okay, these two people are the main or the founder or the co-founder of MATLAB. Okay, especially the Clive Moller, he is the chief mathematician. He is the one who actually developed MATLAB back in 1960. Okay, and your Python is actually developed in around 90s. Okay, got it. So there is a 30 years of gap in between. Okay, so after that, like he designed that MATLAB. Okay, where he actually tried to see everything with respect to what do you call your with respect to your matrix. Okay, then he developed the with his I think co-guide or co-supervisor. he wrote everything in Fortran. Fortran is another language. Then after that, he met with Jack Little, who is right now the CEO of and co-founder of MathWorks. Okay, MathWorks is the company under which MATLAB is coming. Okay, so in that case, Jack Little actually is the person who I think I can see so many. See, people, all of you, please mute yourself before you actually what do you call it? Means before you listening to anything, just stay there and see what it is. Okay, don't put unnecessary messages. Okay, that's actually breaking my concentration over here. Okay, got it. So Jack Little, he is the CEO and co-founder of MathWorks. MathWorks is the company under which MATLAB has been coming. Okay, and then he is the one or the principal architecture of the earlier versions of the MATLAB, where the MATLAB is been totally converted back into what you called back into C. Okay, so all the codes then and from there actually been converted into C, and the it was first started for matrix calculation or matrix operations, and everything was written in C. And beyond that, okay, after that, what happened now? um right now also everything is in written C, and all the codes that you are seeing are very user friendly, but the background of it you may not know. Okay, got it. Okay, so I'll just show you that how what is this. Okay, so this is something. I'll directly go to the MATLAB. Okay, I think this is visible to everyone. Yes, is it visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, what I can do is that I
Yes,
cannot
sir.
disable the chat box, because see, there will be a few unnecessary people will be there, but then there will be some genuine person. Most of you will be genuine person who will be actually asking some questions. Okay, I cannot actually disable the chat as of someone's
Yes, sir.
suggestions. Okay, see, please see it. I think all of you will be in the same page. I just want everyone to be in the same page. Okay, got it. See, so first thing you can notice on my left hand side here, I think all of you can see the mouse cursor. Okay, so on this side, okay,
Yes,
left hand
sir.
side, it is written files. Okay, if you are not getting this, come over here, click here something called two column default layout. Okay, once you click on here, okay, so this is something that you will be getting. Okay, so let it be like this. Okay, what I do, I just need one particular thing called command history. Okay, so this is something which is going to be very interesting. Okay, so this is called command history. So command history will be there. Okay, yeah, got it. So command history, that means whatever the, this is the history of whatever I have written. Okay, until now. Huh. Okay, I'll start right now. See, this is on the top that you will be seeing. This is the area on which you can find out everything, like your you want to create a new thing, you want to save it, you want to run it, you want to start a simulation, you want to save the variable, you want to start the what do you call parallel processing, everything that you can do it over here. Okay, this is the home button. Then there is a plot button. Okay, so plot button are actually been mostly it will be disabled unless until you click a variable. Okay, so you can find out the recently used variable in the workspace. Okay, you can find out the recently used variable in the workspace. Okay, so this is your workspace, where for an example, if you create a variable, the variable will be stored in the workspace. Okay, so first one is home page, the second one is your plot page. Plot page is generally not used unless until you directly want to see what the variable output could be. Okay, then there is something called apps. Okay, right now these applications which is already been designed by MathWork, we are not going to use it until now, but then there are so many things that you can do with using this is the interactive way of writing your codes. Okay, then editor, now this is something that we are going to use. Okay, so here this is the editor where you can run the code, you can stop the code, you can debug the code. Okay, everything you can do. Now here you can see these are the files. Files means you have a MATLAB. By default there will be a MATLAB driver, and inside that MATLAB driver you can create your folder to store your what do you call programs. Okay, right now we'll not do it, not today, maybe next class we'll do it, where we'll write down the way I have written here code. Similar way you can write down the code. Okay, now we'll not write down the code. In order to write down the code, you have to use this something called new. Click on script. Once you click on that, so you can see there will be a new script which will be starting right this. So you can write down close all, clc, clear. So these are all the commands I'll let you know. By that you write down. Then what you can do, there is a button here called save, or you can use Control S to save this. Okay, right now we will not do it. Please don't put your head into it. I will be coming back to you all these things. Okay, cancel. I don't want to save it. No, I do not want to save it right now. I'll just show you when time comes. Okay, when you have been thorough with command window, this is called command window. This is where all the fun begins. This is where you can actually write down a lot of codes. Okay, this can be used as a calculator. Okay, what I can do, all the variables that I have here, I'll just clear it. Okay, so if you have any variable, you can write down clear. Once you write down clear, you can see in the workspace. What is a workspace? Workspace is a place where you have current what do you call variables should be stored. Okay, now all the informations you can find out over here. Maybe the orientation is a little bit different, but everything is been mentioned over here. This slide will be shared with you, so please don't worry right now. Just follow whatever I am saying. Okay, now what we will do, we'll just start with writing a simple MATLAB instructions. Okay, I think all of you are with me. Yes. Script you forget. They have someone is Abhishek. Okay, just forget what is script. Okay, I'll talk. Excuse me. Sorry. So everyone is in MATLAB right now. Yes. Okay. So I can see so many likes and I can see so many people are responding. Okay. Good. 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 So please come to here and write down the command called clear. So what is clear? Clear will clear all the recent variables because we will be creating a variable right now. Okay. What I said you save or you store any variable, all the variable will be stored in a matrix format. Okay. Let's see. I'll start with a very means what you call common name called x. X equal to what I'll do. I'll give a value called 5. Okay. Let's see. Small program, small thing. We'll start with okay. X equal to 5. So once you hit enter, you will see that there is a variable x which has been created and the value is 5. Okay. One particular means I think most of you may know or may not. I'll just tell you. There is a way by which you can write down variable names. Now I cannot write down 1x equal to 5. What happened if you write down 1x equal to 5? It's going to tell me that it's an invalid expression. That means variable name has a proper standard by which you can write down. What is the standard or what is the syntax that you need to follow? Variable name should be start with a letter. Definitely it should start with a letter. Sorry, yeah, it will definitely be start with a letter. Okay, it can follow a numeric value. For an example, you can write down x1. That's fine. Okay, but then you cannot write down 1x. That means it should not start with a numeric value. It should always start with a what do you call it? A letter value. Okay, got it? Alphabet, or I can say so. It should start with a alphabet. Alphabet can be small. Alphabet can be what do you call capital? No problem, but it should always start with a what do you call alphabet. Okay. Now there should not be any space between the variables. Like you cannot write down x space y. It's also going to tell me throw me an error. That is, it's not able to recognize it. Okay. So you can write down xy like this, no problem. And there are few like symbols which are like are actually valid to use, like underscore you can use. Okay, so these are the very basic what do you call means what do you call ideas about how you can define a variable. Variable must be a unique variable, and there is one important thing that the variable should not be same as the functions. There are few functions which are defined in MATLAB. It should not be same with those functions. Okay, so these are the 3 or 4 different what do you call protocols that you need to follow. Okay, now you can see there are so many unnecessary things which has been created or it has been written in my command window. This is called command window where you can write down the current instructions. Okay, so because there are so many things, so you can write down CLC. CLC is called clear the command window or clear the command area. Okay, so this is how you can clear it. I think all of you have done this until this. Yes, is it clear? Command window. Is it clear, everyone? Please mute yourself. Okay,
Yes,
good,
sir.
good. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, good. So,
Yes, sir.
yes, now a little bit about what is a variable and what kind of variable you have created. See, you can see, please mute yourself. So, you can see there is a variable called x which has been created. So, you can double click on that. Okay, so what you can do, you can double click on that variable. Okay, so once you double click on that variable, you can see something like this has been shown to you. Okay, got it? Something like this, you can see it here. Okay, maybe somewhere you can find out this is actually called as, you double click here, you come to the workspace and double click on X, because this is an online mode. I am repeating myself a lot. If it is offline mode, I could have told you in a better way. Okay, or once. So double click on X and you can see the variable over there, and you can see the variable value is 5. Okay, now you can see this has been represented in a matrix format. Okay, like there will be so many rows, so many columns are there. Okay, got it? So this is how it has been created, and you can see there is something called written double. What is double? Double is the class, or double is the data type, or in a broad sense it is called as a class or a data type. Okay, so we will know what is a double. Okay, so how to know that what kind of variable or how many variables are there in the workspace? You can write down WHOS or whose. Once you write down WHOS, okay, you can see that it's going to tell you that what kind of variable. You just close it. So there is something called as close X. Okay, so you can close it. So the variable will be closed. Okay, now I'll just go a little bit top. Okay, so you write down WHOS. It is called whose. Whose means this is going to tell you that how many variables are in the workspace and what is the name, what is the size, and what is the class. So its name is X, variable name. Size is 1 cross 1. Okay, so here everything will be in the matrix format. So matrix is a 1 cross 1 matrix because there is only one element, there is only one row and one column, and it is taking 8 bytes in the memory. How much it is taking? 8 bytes. 8 bytes means 64 bits. Okay, and it belongs to a class of double. I think if you might have known C, C++, other language, double is sometimes synonymously used as float. Okay, float is a way that where you can actually define the variable in a fractional point, like 3.243214567, something like this you can use. Okay, so you can write down what is the value of this. Okay, so this is like you can use the fractional points to represent it. Okay, now you can know the variable class by writing class of something called X. If you write down class of X, so this is going to let you know that this is a variable X. Variable X is actually following, or it is a double. Okay, now you can see because I did not assign any variable, because the class, see, I, in order to store the class, you need a variable. Because I have not defined any variable to store, it is being stored by default with a variable name ANS. So sometimes you write down some values. For an example, let's say I'll write down 5 into 25. So 5 into 25, we know what is the answer, because I did not define any variable name by which I can store it. For an example, I can write down y is equal to this, but then I am not defining any variable to store. So by default, it will be stored in ANS. So ANS or answer is always going to change intermediately. So more and more code you write down in the command window, the latest value where the variable name is not defined is going to be stored in answer. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Now also remember MATLAB by default, because I did not define any variable type. If you see the value X which is been defined over here, did I mention that this is going to be a float? Did I mention that this is going to be a going to be a what do you call it, u or integer, or did I mention this is a character? I didn't mention. So you write down something called y equal to, let's say, 3. Now 3, all of us knows it's a integer. Okay, I think all of you have idea about what is an integer. Okay, integers are wholesome numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it will go up to infinity. Okay, similarly, integer can be negative, -1, -2, -3, and this can go on to the negative infinity direction. Okay, because I know it's a integer, but MATLAB does not know it's an integer. MATLAB see what it is, and based on that, by default, because this is double, you can see your variable y is double. So you can write down class of y. You can write down class of y, and you will see it will be showing you double. Yes, there is a way by which you can actually convert your doubles to you integer. Okay, there are different types of variable types. Okay, I'll just show it to you. Different variable types are there. Please see it here. Okay, so you can see there is something called single precision, double precision, integer 8. That means signed integer 8-bit. 8-bit means, okay, there is one particular thing that you need to know. 8-bit. 8-bit means there will be everything is digital. Okay, so because everything is digital, you can have maximum 8-bit of data to store. So there will be total 8 bits. So if there is total 8-bit, the total number that you can represent, or total labels that you can represent, is between 0 to 255. That means 2 to the power 8 minus 1. So you can start with 0 and it can go up to 2 to the power what do you call 2 to the power 8 minus 1. 8 stands for n because it's 8-bit. Similarly for 16 bits, so it will start with 0. Because it is integer 16, so signed can also be take, so it will start from minus to plus. Okay, got it. So it will be 0 to 2 to the power 16 minus 1, 65,536. I'll just show you what happened if you don't follow. Okay, then there is 2 to the power 32, so 2 to the power 32 minus 1, 2 to the power 64 minus 1. So this is unsigned integers. Unsigned integer means you cannot use negative numbers. Negative numbers cannot be represented. Okay, then there is logical data type. That means it can either be 1 or 0, and there are characters, like you can write down, for an example, let's say I'll just write down my name. Okay, so let's say a variable b, and I write down with single quote characters. See, when you write down and define a character, characters should be in the single quote. So you can write down like my name, I'll write down SUSANT, Susant. Okay, Susant is my name, so that name is been. You can see, you can write down WH. Sorry, you can write down class of what? Class of B, just to know that what kind of data type it is. This data type of type character. Understood? So this is like this. Okay, I'll just show you for small example. Let's say your x, already we have defined x. X is something like 3.2453. Okay, now this is double data type. If you are not sure, write down class of x. So this by default is a double data type. What I'll do, I'll convert this double to uint 8. So let's say I'll have a variable called c, okay, or variable called a. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll change the variable double of the variable x, which is a double. I'll convert it into uint 8. So you write, what you need to write down, you just need to write down uint 8. So unsigned integer, okay, that means negative numbers are not allowed. So what you will do, you write down x. So what will happen, you see your a is equal to 3 and the data type is uint 8. Understood? Okay, what did I say? For an integer number or uint 8 number, the negative numbers cannot be defined. So what I'll do, I'll just write down uint 8, but I'll write down minus x. Minus x means this will be minus 3 point something. Okay, minus x means this will be minus 3 point something. Without running it, can anyone please tell me what will be the answer? What would be the answer? Without running it, what would be the answer? Don't run it, just tell me. Uint minus x. What would be the answer? 3. Someone has said C, someone has said not defined, character, error. Okay, I'll just wait for someone's answer which is right. Yes, someone said 0. Let's see if it is 0 or not. Yes, it will be 0. So what happened? If it is going negative, so 0 is the maximum last number that can be defined. So before below uske pehle whatever it will be before that, it will not be defined. It reached the maximum limit. Okay. Similarly, if there is a value which is more than 255, I lie down 256, or I lie down, let's say 4000. Okay, because I said unsigned integer 8 bit can only represent values between 0 to 255. What would be this output? Can anyone please tell me? Someone said 0, someone said 255, out of range 0, 255, 255. Okay, we'll see it. So this is going to be 255. Why it is 255? Because the maximum range is 255. Okay, now see, this is going to take 8 bits, or this is going to take 1 byte of data. See, if you are going means if you are changing its variable type, so what will happen? Now the amount of memory it requires to store will also be less. Okay, so what you can do, you can write down whos of a. Okay, so if you write down whos of a is actually a variable that we have created, which is of type uint8. You can see it is a uint8, and it's taking 1 byte. Now similarly, if you can write down whos of something called x. Okay, x is the double variable. See how much it is actually taking 8 bytes more than what actually a is taking. A takes 1 byte, it is x is taking 8 bytes, so 8 times more memory it requires. You think that, sir, for one variable, what is the problem in it? You will not be using a single variable. Remember, you will be using, I'll be telling you how much data that if you are using a deep learning network, or if you are generating something called AI to identify image or to identify object inside an image, you require training. For training, you will be requiring more than 10,000, 20,000 images. Each will be of size at least 128 cross 128. Okay, 128 cross 128 image is a very small image. Right now you are been using megapixel or gigabyte images. Okay, got it? So this 128 cross 120 is very small. Okay, with respect to that. So if you see that, if you are having such kind of things, okay, it is not about a single variable, it's about a lot of variables, which all of them will take 8 bytes or 8 times more. So your total memory will be you will be using your RAM memory. Okay, your RAM memory will be crashed. It will not able to store it. Okay, so that's why it's not about single value, it's about many value. I'll show you what I'll do right now. I'll discuss the last few things and I'll complete, because I have given with only what do you call the few amount of time. Okay, like 1 hour of time. I can teach you a lot, but then we don't have time. Okay, so what I can see is that you can actually change the variable types the way I said. You can write down uint 32, the same variable uint 32. Okay, unsigned integer 32. So let's say the variable x. So variable x will be changed to unsigned integer, but see the value is remain same 3, but then you can see this is unsigned integer 32 bit. So if you want to see whos of, see by default it is stored in what variable name? Variable name is answer. Okay, so whos of answer, you can see the answer is itself, it's a 32 bit uint 32, and it takes 4 byte of data. Okay, now the advantage of uint32 is that you can store a huge number of data starting with 0 to 2 to the power 32 minus 1. So what I'll do, I'll just write down uint 8 uint 32. Okay, I can write down a huge number like this, 2 3 2 4 5 6 7, something like this. Okay, which is coming under the range between 0 to 2 to the power 32, 2 to the power 32 minus 1. 0 to 2 to the power 32 minus 1, this is the range on which you can store. Okay, because it is coming under that, this can easily be represented. But then if you want to represent it using uint8, you see the maximum value will be 255. Do you understand the difference between representing or data type? Did you understand the meaning of data type? So if you see in case of data type, you must sure that what kind of data type you are using and what is the range of the value that it can take. Understood? How much, what is the range? That is most important to know. If the range is more, then you should use data type, proper data type. Now there is something else. character strings has not is not going to create any problem. Okay, generally everything will be in the character. There is nothing called string. Okay, got it. So character string is like you are writing a lot of characters. Character is a single character, but here we have only one. Like in MATLAB, there is only one character. Okay, so what you can write down, you can actually see, for an example, who's of what do you call, the character is been in the B. So you can see it is taking 12 bytes. Why it is taking 12 bytes? That's a very interesting thing. Okay, so you can see there is a six, what do you call, different values are there. If I can write down B, in B you can see one character, two character, three character, four character, five character, six character. So as I said, everything in MATLAB is represented in a matrix format. So it means you have one row and six columns. Like this is only one row is there, Susant. So one row, six column are there, and because and everything is actually taking two bytes. Okay, everything is taking 2 bytes. So total like 2 into 6, so total 12 bytes is taken. Understood? So this is what is the see. Mostly, I will be telling you that you will not be working with what do you call characters. However, you will be working with something called character. You will not work with. You will work something called numeric. Okay, I'll just show you one last example and I'll stop because my time is running out. How you can use MATLAB or command prompt as a calculator. Okay, now this is something which has been over here. MATLAB, there are different operators are there: equal to sign operator, plus sign operator, negative, subtraction, this asterisk sign, or it is called as multiplication. Then this is called divide. Okay, slash. Okay, then power, we can use the hat. Okay, so let's see. You want to write down, let's say y is equal to 2 to the power 3. What is 2 to the power 3? It is going to be 8. Now 8, remember 8 is a integer value, but then by default, because I did not mention anything, it is going to be a double value. Okay, so y is equal to 8. So you want to know what it is, so or you can write down class of y. You can write down class of y. So you see this class of y is double because you did not mention anything. Okay, got it. So in that case, you can use it as a calculator. For an example, let's say I want to perform this calculation: 1 plus 2 into 3. Okay, so 1 plus 2 into 3. Okay, what would be the answer without seeing it, without executing it? What would be the answer? I'll be providing you the what do you call, 7. Someone is PPT, don't worry, I'll share it with ma'am will go to share with you. Okay, 7. So most of you are writing 7. Let's see what it is. Yeah, it is definitely going to be 7. Okay, now there is something called parenthesis. Remember, there is a order in which what do you call it, your operations are going on. Okay, let's say if you write down 1 plus 2 to the power 3 minus 5 into 4 point, let's say 4. Okay, 5 into 4. If you do this, so what will happen? So first this will be executed. Okay, power will be executed from left to right. Okay, then multiplication will be executed. Then from left to right, all addition and subtraction will be done. Okay, so this will be minus 11. Okay, so 2 to the power 3 is how much? 8. 8 plus 1 is how much? Sorry, this is 8. First calculation. The next calculation will be this. The next calculation is 5 into 4 is 20. Okay, so then everything has been there. So it is like 1 plus 8 minus 20. Okay, so then from left to right, everything will be going. Okay, so 1 plus 8 will be first added 9, then minus 20, which will be minus 11. Understood? So this is how this is work. Then there is a concept called parenthesis. Now if you write down like this, let's say 1 plus what do you call 1 plus 2. Okay, to the power 3. Okay, to the power 3. Then you write down minus 5. But then what we will do? You will do something like this. You will use a parenthesis. Okay, then you write down multiplied with something called 4. Multiplied with 4. So what will happen? Everything inside this will be executed fast, and in between that this will be executed fast, which is 2 to the power 3, which is going to be 8. Okay, so 8 plus 1 9 minus 4. How much? Minus 5. 9 minus 5 is 4. So it's going to be 16. Okay, this is going to be 16. So everything inside parenthesis will be executed first. Okay, I will be writing few of these things. You can see this has been there, the which I told you. So if this has been there, see, 1 divided by something is written. So this is the answer that you got. Why? Because inside whatever is the parenthesis, that will be executed first. Okay, then what will happen? You have a division and multiplication operation will be conducted first. So left to right, if you see, this division will occur, this division will occur, this division will occur, then everything will be added together. Okay, after this division there will be multiplication. Okay, multiplication between 5 by 4 and what do you call 6 by 7. Okay, then everything will be added up. This will be the answer. Now if the parenthesis is missing, so sometime there will be see, if the parenthesis is missing, so you see the answer is been changed. Okay, so that's why this is the input that you are giving, but then you can get different answer if you do not write it properly. See, 1 divided by this whole thing is there, so there will be a parenthesis on this whole thing, then 4 by 5, then multiply with 6 by 7. So this is the what do you call precedences of mathematical operations that you must know. So first will be the content of parenthesis. If there is a parenthesis inside a parenthesis, the inside parenthesis will be executed first, then the outside parenthesis will be executed. The second, all the exponentials will be evaluated, like power terms will be evaluated next. In the third, all the multiplication and division will be done, but from left to right. So pehle left se shuru hoga, then it will complete at right. Okay. In the fourth, all the addition and subtraction operation from left to right will be executed. Okay. So this is actually something is there. So this is the assignment. I will be actually, I just what you do, I'll just copy this thing in the chat box. Okay. So you please try this thing in your command window. Okay. Yeah, it is something like C only. Okay. You just try these examples. Okay, I have written these examples over here. You just try these examples. Okay, so this is the first example, this is the second example, this is the third example, this is the fourth example, this is the fifth example. Okay, got it? So please write down these examples. Okay, and you execute these. Okay, got it? So I think my time is up right now. Thank you all of you for joining the class. Okay,
सर हॉस्टल काउंसलिंग कब से स्टार्ट होगी?
These kind of calls will, this is not the podium or the platform where you should ask all these things. Okay, or if you have any doubt on this particular subject, you can ask. Okay, and apart from that, you people please, I'll be sharing all the details with you. Try to execute this particular thing that I have written it over here. Okay, there are 5 or 6 different questions are there. I'll again repost it. So please do these things. Okay.
Sir, this lecture की recording मिलेगी क्या?
Yeah, I will try to send you the recordings, and also the may not be recording because this is a live streaming option, so there will be no recording. Recording options are not there. So what I can do, I can share my slides with you. Okay. So at the end of the day, madam is going to share the slide. Our assistant in ma'am. Okay, please mute yourself. So you will be getting it in email. Okay. Everything will be in the email. You will be getting it in email. Please so recordings, I asked you to record your screen. Okay, there is an option called recording screen. From the next time onwards, please try to record it. Okay, got it? So I'll be sharing all the details with you. Okay.
So where will we see the assignments which we get?
It is in the chat box. Okay, although you can see the same thing in the what do you call it, in the slides. Okay, got it?
Yes, screenshot le li.
Yeah.
Sir, is MATLAB better than C++?
It is better in a sense. It is more user friendly.
Sir, can you share this PPT with us on MATLAB?
Yeah, I'll be sharing the PPT with you. Okay. So don't worry. What?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so thank you all of you for joining the class.
And sir,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Mahadev, sir.
Jai Shri Ram, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
हो गया भाई.
Thank you, sir.
अरे सर चलिए
जय श्री राम सर।
जय श्री
जय श्री राम. नोटी हो रहा.
जय श्री राम।
कुछ समझ में आया क्या?
नोटी हो रहा.
थैंक यू सर।
भाई किसी को कुछ समझ में आया क्या?
हाँ भाई आया
ना.
आया.
भाई आया तो कुछ तो आया।
भाई इतना हार्ड नहीं है भाई.
सब बोले जय श्री राम। काउंसलिंग कब होगा भाई?
भाई अर्पित. अरे अर्पित नहीं आ रहे इसमें. कहाँ नहीं आएगा.